Okay, so Black Adam is now out on Now TV, and I was like, yo, I should check this out, right? I should check this out. It is, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about this film, right? A lot of talk. So, yeah, it just seemed like, yeah, you know what? Let me let me check it, right? It is directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, written by Adam Sztykiel, Rory Haines, and Sohrab Noshirvani. The film is produced by a lot of people. Oh my god. So many, right? We got Bo Flynn, Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, Dwayne Johnson, co-produced by Shelby Thomas and Jennifer Conroy, executive produced by Richard Brenner, Jeffrey Chernov, Toby Emmerich, Walter Hamada, Jeff Jones, Eric McLeod, Dave Nastada, Chris Pan, Adam Schlagaman, and Scott Sheldon, associate produced by Jasmine Tansky, Nick Satarino, and Darren Reed. We've got Lorne Bailf on music, Lawrence Sher, cinematography, John Lee and Michael L. Sale edit the piece. Rich Delia is behind the casting. Tom Moyer, production design. Right, art direction. We've got Yuri Bartoli, Sarah DeLucci, Beat Fruitger, Kevin Gilbert, Jeff Goodwell, Kevin Holihan, Justin O'Neill Miller, Eric Oski, and Mike Stassi. Set decoration is Larry Diaz. Costume design is Kurt and Bart. And our cast. Well, people. Black Adam is played by Dwayne Johnson, also known as Tef Adam, right? Which now makes a bit more sense, but in the film it doesn't sound like Adam, right? It's Tef Sutton, but it didn't sound like Adam, you know? We've got Hawkman, aka Carter Hall, played by Aldis Hodge. Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Bronson. Al Rothstein, aka Atom Smasher, is played by Noah Centineo. We have got Maxine Hunkel, aka Cyclone, played by Quintessa Swindell. Adriana Tomaz is played by Sarah Shaw. Right? Amon Tomaz, her son, is played by Bodai Sabangu. Her Adriana's cousin Kareem is played by Mohammed Amar. Right, we've got Ishmael is played by Marwan Kenzari. Got Samir played by James Cusati-Moyer. Hurat played by Jolan Christian. The champion is played by Yuli Lachukurfu. Amelia Harkart, played by Jennifer Holland. Uncle Al's played by Henry Winkler. The commander is played by Stephen Jones. Dejmon Hunson is a wizard. So is Raj Kaur, E. Lloyd Napa, Carrier Rashan, Uni Eni Aquari, Saina Erica, Vince Canlas, and Tonya Stewart. That's probably the because there's just a load of mercs and residents and all of this about. Now the gist of the film is this: reawakening after 5,000 years, Black Adam becomes the world's ruthless protector, an anti-villain to take on the likes of Superman and Wonder Woman. Now, in the 21st century, Black Adam must face off against the Justice Society of America and its heroes, Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Atom Smasher, and Cyclone. The fate of the world hangs in the balance. I mean, he's not there to become the hero of the world, right? That's the thing. He's like the protector of Kantar, the place, I believe it is called Kandak, right? But not the world. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's a bizarre situation. Now, you know, there's been a lot of noise about the film. So I tried to go in with an open mind, right? Not pay attention to any of that. And I will say, right, if you want action, explosions, bangs, fights, all of that jazz, this has it. This has it, right? So I think if you can turn off your mind, not think logically, this could work for you, right? I think if you approach it in that fashion, you'll be absolutely fine. If you start thinking, this film doesn't, I mean, there's a lot of things that make no sense, right? The actions of what people do, but there's just questions, right? There's just so many questions, you know, like the Justice Society of America. Who are they? You know what I mean? Like when they turn up, no one's like, oh, fuck, it's the Justice Society of America. It's just, huh? And you'd think, this is a big question. Where's the Justice League, right? Where's the JLA? You know, where are they? The weird thing about those, because you know, it's the JLL, Justice League of America, right? Justice Society of America. But why? Like that's the thing that doesn't make any sense about both of those teams. Because you're like, they show up all over the world. So it's kind of like, why would you have America in your name if you're kind of global? Right? It's just a weird kind of thing. But anyway, that's you know, side note. But that's the big thing, right? There should be, where's the JLA? Why are you here? And then we get we deal with, or but there should be that, right? There should be that, because why is the JLL not there? You know, why are the other heroes not there? That's the big question here, because we see them, you know, on posters, right? You've got Amon, he's got posters on his wall, so we see Aquaman, the Flash, Batman, Superman. You know, I think there might have been Green Lantern. You know, I think and Wonder Woman. Yeah, there was definitely Wonder Woman. I think there was Green Lantern. I might be wrong there, but yeah. So we have that, right? Then at the beginning, when the Justice League are kind of Justice Society are coming together, you've got Fate and Hawkman, right? But then you have Cyclone and Atom Smasher turning up. And Amanda Waller's like, oh, do you have who have you got? And they're like, oh, we brought in some 2 people. They should be fine. Why did they bring them in? Right? That's the other big question here. Why them? Right? It's not okay for this mission. We're gonna need people with this skill set. Oh, thingy's not available. That person's not available. Okay, we could activate these operatives. There's nothing like that. So there's a load of things of like, why? There's so many whys in this film, Oh my God, so many whys, right? Just Black Adam. I mean, the thing with Black Adam is, firstly, just the name is terrible. The name is terrible. The name is so terrible. You know what I mean? But you have him just smashing through walls, and you're just like, why wouldn't he use the door? Like, it makes no sense. And then you're looking at the place, and you're like, there's so many holes. Structurally, this building is no longer viable. How is the building still standing? Because he has smashed through virtually every single fucking wall, right? The ceiling, the wall. Like, you're just like, huh? Like, you would have had doors. He would understand what a door is. So it's just like, what's happening here? Like, we've got Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan, keeps on taking the helmet off. Why? Right? Then, like, he'll put the helmet on, transform, and then he turns up someplace and takes the helmet off, and then he goes back to his dinner jacket. And you just like, why? Why? If it's just like, oh, if I'm staying Dr. Fate for this period of time, this happens, or blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's something about this cat. I have no clue. And it is so, as a, what would the word be? A layman? Yeah, let's just say that. As a layman, right? I'm looking at it just going, why are you taking your helmet off, homie? Right? Because you're just assuming, oh, they paid Pierce Brosnan all this money, so they want people to see it's Pierce Brosnan. But otherwise, it's baffling. It makes no sense. You're like, why are you doing it? Why? Right? Atom Smasher. Like, the acting isn't terrible in the film, but the interactions feel real clunky a lot of the time. Right? This Atom Smasher keeps on doing things, and then you just get Hawkman like, oh, you and me need to talk. You and me need to talk. And it's like Atom Smasher is just meant, it seems like he's there for comedic relief. It's just that nothing's funny. Right? Just nothing's funny. It's a bit where he turns up with a bucket of fried chicken, and you're just like, what? And it's just like, well, where the fuck did he even get it from? Just these things are just baffling, right? It's just like, why is Black Adam even wearing a suit? We see him without a suit, and then suddenly the suit appears. But why? Right? And where does the cloak come from? It's just like, wait, there's no cloak. Now you've got a cloak. What is happening here? Right? What is happening? And you've got this place, right? Kandak's place. And it seems normal, right? It seems like a normal spot. But then you have these bikes that seem to be powered by Ethereum. But that's the only future tech that seems to be there. So, but you're just like, okay, where's the tech? Right? If we're saying this place has got this material and blah blah blah, so why this place got the tech? Why have these people only got the like? What's happening here? What's happening? You know, we've got someone that does a double cross, but it's so glaringly obvious because you have someone's there for translation, but then it appears this person knows the language, so it's just like, wait, why would you need me? There's never those questions, right? There's never these questions to these glaring things in the story that you're just like, wait, hold on a second, huh? What are we doing? All of these explosions and things like that, you kind of feel the story doesn't necessarily need them all, right? Because it really sticks out that it's CGI. I mean, obviously, people flying, yes, that's CGI. But what I mean is, it doesn't. It looks clunky, right? It look, and everyone's moaning about Ant-Man and Wasp, but this looks real clunky in a lot of places. That you're just like, well, obviously, we can see that isn't. They're not in the same spot, right? Or that's been added, and you know, what does this mean? Why as suddenly people see someone do that and then they're like, oh, we're gonna rise up, we're gonna it's a very frustrating film, right? Someone's getting told to do a thing, right? It's a bit near the end. They're told to do a thing. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna fight to do this thing. And then they just sit around for a while. And you're just like, wait. Why would you go to all the trouble to get to this spot and then you don't do the thing that you were asked to or you fought to get out to do? Right? It's just like, why the delay? Why the delay? I think this film, it doesn't really make any sense without Shazam. Right? They both use the same fucking word, right? The wizards were part of both of them. So you're just kind of like, it needs both of them to add real context to this film. That's what you would kind of, yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you think. You're just like, yo, this needs this. Otherwise, we just have this weird film, right? This weird film, and this guy that's meant to be one of the most powerful people on earth, but instead of trying to recruit him, you just have everyone fighting. It's like no one's getting sweaty, no one's getting like, yeah, too. Listen, it's an odd film, but as I said, right, as I said at the jump, if you go in with no expectations, right, and all you want is silly action, explosions, right? It's one of those late nights. You've been out, right? You don't want to think. You'd throw on this, right? You'd throw on Black Adam. That's where this will work. If you're like, boom, I want something that, yeah, is like this epic that makes sense and it's got this great storyline, but that's not what this is. So, I think you have to go in with the right mindset and knowing what your outcome is. And that will determine how Black Adam sits for you. That's what I think. Right. And the big post credit cutscene, straight up waste of time. Like, it was just pointless. It was really fucking pointless. It was so stupid. So stupid. But there you go, man. There you go. Black Adam finally done it. Just my thoughts, baby. Just my thoughts.